Hey YouTube, it is Tiffy T, the Resale Queen. I'm here with another video for you today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can always see when I upload. So today I'm going to do something that I don't normally do because a lot of other videos have people share their screen, show you things. I'm not really big on that because I'm not all about being extra technical. But what I'm going to talk to you today is the mindset that you have to have when you buy liquidations. So I'm going to go onto the BStock website because I got some questions from my last video where I talked about the clothing, and I think I brought up that I probably got it through BStock during liquidation. And I got a couple of questions on, well, how do I sign up for BStock? Then people did sign up. They didn't understand what the thought process was. So that's what we're going to talk about today. All right, so we're here on the BStock website. BStock is basically a liquidation service for companies so that they can get rid of their overstock items and sell them to people like myself. So as you can see, just going through their list on their website on bstock.com, these are all the different companies that they sell liquidations for. Some of these company names you should recognize. These are things that you're going to see all the time. As you see here, I'm circling where it shows Walmart. If you want to buy Walmart liquidations, this is probably the first place to go. Now, I say all this because this is where I first started, and I still look at these places. I do prefer to go to warehouses of people that buy multiple liquidations, so they have warehouses full, so they have a lot of variety. Sometimes they're really good with the pricing. I'll do another video on that because one of our suppliers is hopefully going to let me film in their warehouse so you can see what I'm talking about. But I'm going to show you one of the places that I like to go. This is one of the places I like to go. So before you can get to the part where you're sitting at the page where I'm at, you do have to set up an account. To set up the account, you got to be basically a real business. You have to show that you have your EIN number and your sales tax agreement. So that's what it's called in my state. Some people call it a tax certificate. I believe that's what they call it on here. Every state is different with how they do that. So you're going to need to research that for your state. So once you get that, that kind of allows you to buy in wholesale, and people will treat you with a lot more professionalism because you're a real business at that point. So I went to Costco Wholesale. I actually like Costco. Some of the stuff can be a little expensive with the amounts of retail and the current bids. But I find most of their liquidations to be what I call sturdy, meaning I don't get a lot of damage in liquidations. So that's something to really, really, really keep in mind. All these pictures you see here, these are stock photos. Understand, when you get the actual pallets, some of this stuff ain't gonna look this nice, okay? It might have a little nick. It could be broken. And I'll be honest, it's all on you. You have to decide what to do. So when you're looking at these items to bid, you have to keep those things in mind. So one thing I like to look at, I go over here to the left of the screen, and I look where it says city and state. This is where all their warehouses are. So this is where they're going to be shipping from, basically. So I happen to live in Virginia. So Maryland, Georgia, and even New Jersey kind of stick out to me as places where I feel the shipping is not going to kill me. So just happens to be the day that they have one that's coming out of Maryland. You got to check this every day. Oh, I've been out of it too long. You got to check this. Oh, forgot that. You have to check this every day because it's always new stuff. So I was kind of out of it too long. So let me go back and I'm going to click on Frederick, Maryland. Oh, okay. So by the way, I'm looking at this completely raw. So I didn't get to like go on here and start looking at stuff. So you're getting my raw talking, well, my raw thinking that I'm doing out loud. All right. So looking at this, it's 3 pallets full of entertainment, toys, and water sports. So I'm going to click on it. Right now it has a current bid of $450. And it's only been bidding, only has 4 bids. And I'm looking at the shipping costs. The shipping costs is going to be close to $300 to my warehouse. So, and I also know that my warehouse, it's easier if they have the do a LTL shipments, which is basically it's a different type of truck. So if you ever see someone ask if you need LTL, you're going to say yes if you don't have a warehouse because you need a lift gate service. So it's a special type of truck, just regular 18-wheeler or big box truck, and it has a lift gate. So when they pull the pallets off of the truck, it, you know, they get to go on the lift gate and take it down to the ground. If you happen to have a dock at work or can get a building to get these delivered to, make an agreement with someone, you can save a little bit by not having to get that service. I wouldn't even stress about that. That's just cost of doing business right now. I mean, it's about anywhere between like $65, $90, maybe about, I'd say add on $100 to your shipping when you're using that. So keep that all in mind. All right, so here is 3 pallets full of entertainment, toys, and water sports. Current bid $450, and it has a retail value of $2,770 rather. Honestly, it's not a lot of money, retail. So that's why you see a bid here for $450, because let me take a look now. I'm going to go down here and look at the manifest. So there happens to be 62 items on this manifest. What you see here in the front is really just an abridged version. If you want the full manifest, can download it, which is what I'm getting ready to do. And that will, then you can pull it right up. All right, so we're gonna stop that. All right, so let's download it, the CSV file. So we're gonna go ahead and open it. Okay. Anytime now it can open. Okay, so we're going to open it up. I'm going to expand it so that you guys can see what's going on. Okay. All right, so you guys should be able to see this now. Now this, I want to tell you guys, it's really not a lot on this particular one. Just to do some really quick math. You have, I'm going to go and sort this. Honestly, if it wasn't for this video, I really wouldn't be looking at this type of stuff because some of this stuff is not things that I could sell right now. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick understanding of where my thought process is. All right, so what you always want to look for is the thing that has the highest retail. So right here, there is an item that says Scott Burke 10'6" something, probably some type of super slide, or I have no idea. It's just, or it could be one of those trucks. Keeper Sports Products. Oh, it's Water Sports, and it's retail $649.99. Okay. So someone might see that and get super duper excited. Okay. Understand when you get it, you're probably not going to be able to sell it for $649. Now, if it's in top-notch condition, everything's great with it, box great, you could probably get $500. So, and that's actually not a bad thing. So you want to keep that in mind. You have $500, and that's actually probably the highest thing on here, other than something else that's right on top of it that retails at $99, and they happen to have 9 of them. So altogether, you're looking at $899.91. So I'm going to add that up, put that here, $899.91. Okay. So, because I don't feel like doing math, I like to let the computer do it for me. We're just going to do it like that. So right there is $1399.91. So the bid that was on here is already at $450. So if I wanted it, I would need to bid at least $475. $475 plus I know the shipping is going to be, I'm going to say $350. I'm just going to round that off and say that. And so I know just with a bid of $475, I'm going to be putting in $825 towards this if I happen to win it. Now, what ends up happening is when I bid, the system lets the other bidders know that I've bid, and you can put in like your reserve bids, like the amount that you will go as high as. For something like this, I would not be bidding more than $575. And my reasoning is it's going to be close to $1,000 to get it to me. If I sell all of these, which is the 2 highest retail items, it's $1399.91 if they were to go for full retail. That's not going to happen. Now, you may get lucky, and it's a possibility, but you don't know what you're getting, and you can't send these things back and say, hey, look, B Stock, I'm not happy with what I got. I've heard of people being successful every now and again, maybe getting a little bit of their money back, but that doesn't happen often. And honestly, I wouldn't even try it, because in the liquidation game, that's not how it's done. So if, without counting the items that I know have the highest retail value, I'm looking at $1,220.48. That's full retail. So you take that. I always look at my sales of saying that I'm going to be selling probably like 40%. Oops, that's not right. All right, so looking at that, I will probably, after selling these items, make about $488. So $488, I'm gonna equals 488 plus the 2 highest items. It's about $1887.91. And if what I was going to do, let's say put $575, is look at how much I would actually make. So 1887.91 minus, oops, let me, all right, I'm gonna do that. All right, so we'll do that equals 1887.91 minus 925. So I would be making $962.91. So if you feel that that's a good amount of money for all the work that you would have to put in, and keep in mind, some of these items may not really sell right now. These are going to be items that are out of season. So most of this stuff for where I happen to live may not really move that well just yet. Now, doesn't mean you can't sell them, but it may just be a little bit slower. Now, if you happen to live in a region of the country where it's summer all the time, knock yourself out. Go ahead and do that. You can sell that stuff locally and probably make close to retail value on it. I know for myself, where I happen to live, people are getting ready to put the heat on right now. So they're not looking at things that are like water toys, sporting goods right now. That's not working. However, there are some things in here looking at it. Some things are for wintertime. So I might get a couple things out of it that I could sell really quick. I would still go through the process to sell everything though. So we go ahead and get that done. So, all right. So that's just a really quick video of me looking at a liquidation on B Stock and deciding if I want it or not. So keep in mind when you are doing these liquidation auctions, know your stock price. Know the price that you are not willing to pay. I have seen things on here that are so unbelievable to me. I have seen people pay way more than they should because they want to win, or they're just getting into this industry, they're brand new, and they just want to win and get product. There's other ways to get product, other ways. So I would say on this particular one, if I was looking to buy this one, I wouldn't go over 575. And I think that's actually a little bit too high because it's not a lot. What looks like it's a lot more is because there's 9 of one item, but it's only 3 pallets. 3 pallets, retail 2,500. I mean, if you like the math, you can do it. I like to work. When I work, I make more money than that. I'm not going to work just to make $1,000. I can sell $1,000 on eBay in one day. Not work that hard just to make $1,000. So keep those things in mind. Now, that's me. That's where I am. If that looks good to you, go right ahead and jump on it. So I hope that was helpful to those who had questions about B Stock. As I said, that's just my thought process. Everyone's going to have their own thoughts on how they handle B Stock, but that's just me. All right, guys, it's been real. Thanks for watching, and this is Tiffy T, the Resale Queen. Like and subscribe.